Hello my loyal companions, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the rogues who I think are the best breachers within Rogue Company. These are rogues who are designed to get you onto site and put a lot of pressure on the defending team to hopefully overpower whatever defensive setup they have. If you do go on to enjoy the video or you just want to see daily, educational, Rogue Company content, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But for now, let's get into it. There are three rogues who are actually labelled as breachers within the game, and these include Dima, Glitch, and Sigrid. However, I do think that there's one other rogue who can also fit into this breaching category, and this is going to be Chark. So in this list, I'm going to rate them from worst breacher all the way up to best breacher, and discuss exactly why I put them in those positions. Starting with the fourth and last spot then is going to be Glitch. Now Glitch doesn't necessarily fall into your typical breacher, in that he's not aggressive and explosive like someone like Chark or Dima. However, he does fall into this breaching category because he is so good at disrupting enemy defenses using his hack ability. There's a trench, or if there's an anvil, and you hack those trophy systems, those barbed wires, or those shields, that is a massive disadvantage for the defensive setup for your enemy. However, the reason I struggle to place Glitch highly within this list is just because he's so counterable. Someone like Trench or Anvil do not have to use their utility straight away to stop a breach, instead can use it in a clutch moment or last minute, and that is not what Glitch needs. Glitch wants all of the equipment to be placed down so he can hack it and EMP those targets at the same time, but there's just so much counterplay to his hack, and it's so obvious when it's happening. If you didn't know, all you have to do when Glitch hacks you is you pull out your equipment into your hand instead, and you can still throw it even when you've been EMP'd. And this is just a massive counter to Glitch that I think is really ruining his place as a breacher within the game. Say you're Vi or your Trench, and you haven't placed all your barbed wire or poison down yet, you see the hack coming through, you pull it out into your hand, the hack goes off, and then you throw it. Well, he's not going to be able to destroy those now. Whilst Glitch does have a flashbang and actually decent survivability with tenacity and headstrong, I just don't think he executes the breaching role as good as any other rogue on this list. He's definitely a tactical breacher, but as I've talked about so many times in so many videos, he really can fall into this more intel play style better than the breaching style he's meant to be in. I think there needs to be a significant change to Glitch for him to really fall into the breaching category, and that is why he's going to fall at the bottom of this list for me. Taking the third spot is going to be Dima. Now Dima is a much more traditional breaching rogue. He's the first rogue within the game that was breaching is available to everybody, and he obviously uses his Merv launcher to create a massive area of damage that gets people off the site. He also has EMPs, which should not be taken for granted. They basically act as a quicker little glitch hack, and can also be used to waste trophy systems should you need to, which is really underrated for him. In terms of weapons, he's actually pretty solid as well. The K30, whilst not the best in its class, is good enough to deal good damage, and the Mamba can absolutely slap if you're able to get that double dink headshot. On very, very isolated sites like Icarus A site or High Castle B site, that Dima Merv launcher is absolutely insane. The reveal from the passive as well burned is also really good because it means if you are able to damage them and down them or just tag them up with a bit of damage, you can see where they are and maybe get that full kill or finish off that pick. I definitely like Dima as a breaching rogue, but I don't think he's that reliable compared to some other options. I think he's very, very squishy and very easy to kill without any sort of additional health or survivability within his kit, other than bounce back necessarily. He can die pretty easy, and when you're trying to be aggressive and push onto a site, and you're getting shot from other angles, you're getting naded out, you're going through utility like Vi Poison, not having that kind of survivability can really hurt a breaching rogue when you're trying to be aggressive. He's what I would call a passive breacher, kind of similar to Glitch actually, where you're there just to deal what you got to deal, throw your Merv launcher, throw your grenade, throw your EMPs, do a bit of range damage, but you're not going to be the one spearheading the fight, which for a breacher I kind of don't like. I like these spearhead breachers in the current meta, something aggressive. When nades are so prevalent, I would so much rather be able to push through a grenade than sit back and wait for a grenade to maybe hit me or not. If I'm going to put Dima in the number 3 spot, as a rogue who I think is really good, and you should definitely keep picking up and use him on these certain maps with narrower sights, but he's just not that versatile or reliable going into every situation for a breacher. Going in the number 2 spot then is going to be our honorary mention, Chark. As I said, I wanted to add Chark to this list because I think his breach potential, his rush potential, his aggressive potential is good enough to rival that of the other breachers in the game. In the current meta, having a rogue who is so good at spearheading a fight and running in and making an impact is so important, especially with those flashbangs as well to help disorientate the enemies as you push onto them. Chark is a really, really good rogue at getting your team onto the site, getting a pick on whoever's trying to defend it, and then working from there. The D40C buff also really helped him as well. I think that weapon is actually really, really good now. You should definitely be picking it up. I think it's one of the best hipfire weapons within the game, and you can absolutely just slay people with a base 40 round mag. Not only this, but because he's technically a duelist as well, it means that if he does get onto site, say he gets a good pick, he can really easily bounce to another person on that site and take a 1v2 on the site pretty easily. Of course, this is aided in his perks with replenish and life drain, and he can bounce to these targets really well. I just think he's a great kit for getting you onto site, and that is why I want to sort of bring him into this breach category. The one kind of disadvantage I think you're going to come across as Chuck, if you are trying to use him as his breaching rogue, is if the enemy team are pretty coordinated or good, they're probably going to util dump you really quickly, throw down some slows, throw down a vibe poison potentially, and then try and team shot you down really quickly. So you have to be pretty aware, and you definitely have to be using those flashbangs. Flashbangs are a really good piece of breaching equipment, although you need to be careful that trophies are wasted before that, which is why I like pairing him with another breacher, such as say Dima, who has those EMPs for the trophies, or even just buying a melee weapon to soak one of them up. Chuck, though, is going to be in this number 2 spot as the second best breacher within Rogue Company right now. That means coming into the number 1 spot as the best breach within Rogue Company, in my opinion, is going to be Sigrid, who honestly I think is such an underrated. Now, Sigrid definitely isn't the most unpredictable rogue. You kind of know what she wants to do. She wants to put up that shield and try and charge you down and force you back and back and back because it's so difficult to fight her unless you util dump her with incendiary grenades and C4s and other equipment like this. However, the reason I want to put Sigrid so highly is due to her survivability and her ability to outplay people so easily if you're better than them. I spoke about Sigrid many times. If you don't know, I play Sigrid pistol only in Demolition and Strikeout all the time. I think that is her preferred playstyle because the Warrant is such a good pistol and you're just using it most of the time over the shield anyway, so just saving money for other things is a lot better in my opinion. But Sigrid's ability to just survive and win a gunfight and just really put pressure on the enemy team is actually what makes her such a useful breacher. She's not this big explosive rogue like Dima who's there just to create a massive distraction and then your team can do something. She's more of a slow, methodical rogue who's going to pull her shield out and walk at you until you step back because it's so difficult to fight her in that situation, especially accompanying her with stim shots and life drain. Any damage or trades that you do with her, she's going to heal back so quickly, and then you're at a further disadvantage. She also completely negates slow effects because of her passive, which is so good when you're pushing through trench barbed wire or you're pushing through tear gas. It's really, really helpful. If you also think about the main purpose of breaches, which is to get you onto site to plant the bomb, nobody can do this better than Sigrid, who can plant behind her shield when she has it out. She can also act as a medic with lifeline and getting those revives, and there's just a lot of versatility to her kit. As I also mentioned, she's so good if you're just better than your opponent. She's one of those rogues similar to Kestrel and similar to some other rogues who, if you're just better than your enemy opponent, the weapons and the abilities and the sort of outplay potential and thinking you can do mean that you're going to win those fights 9 times out of 10. All in all, this is why I think Sigrid is actually the best breacher within the game and super underrated as a rogue generally. I think you should all definitely pick up Sigrid and give her a try. If you want to check out some videos, I'll probably do another video on Sigrid pretty soon here. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments, but I do have other videos on the channel showing you the pistol only playstyle if you're interested in that. I do think it's preferred, although the D40C is a great weapon now if you want to use that as well. Okay then guys, that takes us to the end of the video, and if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also come follow me on twitch.tv/RADTHARGAMING to see live gameplay commentaries, guides, Q&As, and playing with viewers. All the links you're going to need down in the description below, but for now, I hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, be loyal, be brave, be relentless, and I'll catch you in the next video.